Hi, everybody. My name is Honish. Welcome to your Wednesday broadcast. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for watching the video. This week, we're doing the 14 ways to get listings. And there's a ... probably in the graphics or anywhere else. This is an article that has gotten so many views in the real estate community that it actually blew my mind. Like, I actually researched this. I read it and tried to find things that would be useful for all of you as a marketing guy, first and foremost, right? To promote home advocates, to promote the agents who sign up and are a part of home advocates. And for those that want, marketing coaching that I do it directly for, I think it's on me to keep an eye out for the latest innovative styles and things of that nature. So that's exactly what I did. And I read through the article, and each and every item had such tremendous flaws in them that it actually blew my mind. But what blew my mind further was the number of times this article had gotten around, gotten relabeled, passed through EXP and Keller Williams. Like, it got passed around like it was the most gospel thing ever on how to get listings. In its little lifespan, this little 2-week lifespan of this article, as far as I can track it, 2 or 3 weeks, it's literally been clicked on and viewed over 5 million times. There are only 2 million agents. Okay. You do the math. That's a lot of people who want to know how to get listings. And I'm going to explain the inherent problem with every single one of them and how you can use the information of what these people are doing, because there's apparently 5 million people using the techniques on this page, which, if that were me, I wouldn't do any of those 14 methods. To be perfectly honest, if there are 5 million people at the first of the year who are doing the same thing. Does that make sense? Think of it from a fishing analogy. It's a river, right? At the front of the river is this one spot where they know listings are, I guess, or fish, right? But it's a river that feeds into another lake. What blows my mind is all 5 million fishing poles just went into this one lake at the beginning of this river, while there are still fish down in other ponds further down, right? I know it's scary to go against and do what people are staying away from, right? We live in, I know this for myself, I know this for many of you, the fear of doing things that are beyond what everyone else is doing, because you don't want to be wrong, right? And then the negative self-talk starts, and all of those things just kind of replicate and work on. We've talked about these on other calls, right? I'm not a big fan of negativity. I'm not a big fan of negative self-talk. I try to remain as positive as I can and project that message, and understand that all of you have your own personal internal demons and negative self-talk that are holding you back. And hopefully in 2022, you get past that. Today, we're going to talk about the 14 methods that 5 million people are using to get traditional listings. Let's just break it down from its most simplistic standpoint, right? I know for a fact 5 million people looked at this article. I know for a fact there are only approximately 2 to 2.5 million real estate agents. Okay. That's a lot of people looking for methods to look for listings. My belief, what I think, is that some of these people are investors looking for ways to get deals before they go on the market as well. What my point to all of this is, that's a lot of competition, people. It's a lot of competition. And I've always made it a point of not creating more competition and more difficult situations for you. It's always been more about doing something that's unique, being a specialist in your field, being an advocate, changing your pitch from, hi, I'm a realtor, that's what I do for a living, to, hi, I fix broken real estate. How can I help you? It's changing a culture. It's changing wording. It's the way we do the video program. It's about creating and shaping what really should be a realtor at the end of the day, right? The code of ethics is pretty defined, on how a real estate agent should behave if they're a National Association realtor, but it's not accurate, right? That's not the way it is day to day in the shops. And there are brokers and there will people who will disagree with me, and everybody abides and behaves by these. Let's be honest. Real estate is the single stressfulest job there is. It's rated that way. It's discussed that way. People watch reality shows thinking it's simple to go get a listing. I mean, I can go on and on about what people believe in real estate. Here, there are a finite number of listings. And based on this article, 5 million people chasing after a finite number of transactions. So you can continue to follow this, and it's, in my opinion, it's reminiscent to a bread or a soup line. You're basically standing in line to get crumbs. And so when somebody tells you to go do one of these methods, what they're telling you to do is get out of the way and go get your meager serving. It's not about being successful in real estate. Being successful for you is overcoming your personal fears and doing things that are outside the box. That's the truth. The reason Home Advocates is so successful so quickly, first of all, it starts with the fact that there are wonderful people here. Forget me. Okay. Derek is a kind and caring man who actually cares about the experience that all of you have while you're here. He is forward in that care. He is a personification of advocacy. Then there's Fred Solomon, literally the nicest human being I know in male form. Like, it's insane how nice he is. Okay. The man would literally give you the shirt off of his back. And that's not an expression. That's just a fact with Fred. And because of that, Fred is very successful. Our company's successful. I'm proud to have those people as partners. The people that we partner with, even the video person I got last night for the RED program that we've worked on. This is 2 years of development to make the RED program just to get to this moment. That's how long it takes for me to build and design marketing to keep you in front of the 5 million people that are about to do these 14 methods. And that's the truth. So hopefully you take my advice, listen to what I have to say, listen to the alternatives that I have planned for you. This will just take a few minutes of my time. I'll go back to the group and I'll take questions from those that are here live. You should be here live every week. If you're one of my coaching students, why aren't you on the call every week? If you're somebody who gets a notification because you've attended it, why aren't you on the call? I don't bite. Rarely there's anything that would be considered hard sales. It's either join us or don't. I can tell you the prices are changing. You were all notified of that. The new websites are complete. I think we still have the events link up. If anybody, I'm still dying to find somebody for the video marketing program that will just let me create content for them and then feed them leads and listings, but nobody signed up for that. So I'm going to do it for the rest of the country, and I will just take it down and refer out and take a huge chunk of all those deals, whatever the case. So that's what we're doing on that front. The second front is the 12-step program is being revamped. We're taking away the audit. For all of you that are in the program right now, we're not taking anything away. You are the platinum group. To get into the platinum group, it's one-time fee. It's available on the website. You can still get in on this events link if you have not signed up or upgraded. This link page is still good. It's just because I haven't gotten around to it in the last 24 hours. There's a link if you want to join RED. Great. 52 weeks, $100 a week. I guarantee you'll get a listing. Basically, we create video content and I advertise that content. I mean, that's a very simplistic way of discussing it. But even discussing with my video person, my results, I'm getting 45 clicks to a video. We're getting like 4%, 3%, 4% click rates. And if you know anything about anything on the web, if you're above a 1 or a 2% on video content you create, you're killing it, right? We're at 3 to 4% on our click rates. That's documentable. I just did some other videos, put up a 1-hour video, put up correctly, good content. It had 500 plus complete plays of the video through Facebook and Instagram. 500 of a 1 hour and 10-minute video. Do you know how unheard of that is on Facebook? I feel like they should send me an award single-handedly for that one video. Like, to get somebody behind a desk to watch all the way through for an hour, and I think it was an hour and 15 minutes, 546 people on a 1-week run through the way that we use the algorithm and advertise and put the content out there. That's mind-boggling. Websites, traffic doubled and tripled, quadrupled. It was great. That's the RED program. The 12-step program, there's the platinum group that you guys are all a part of. Nothing's going to change in that. You'll have leads sent to you, or when you request them, I should say. Secondly, we'll keep the automated call center. Unless there's another complaint out of one of you. It's a joke. It's a joke to Dawn. They just make appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you want to go beyond that, you need your own call center. But I do like to monitor the leads when they come in. I know for a fact that people are getting leads. I know for a fact people are going on appointments. I guarantee face-to-face results. I have never had to pay on that guaranteed face-to-face result. I have in my group I never say his name directly when I'm recording, but I have a pretty big RIA guy on my call as one of my students. And I know for a fact he's put up my product. He'll be shooting some content for himself as an investor. So we work with agents and investors. And really, to be perfectly honest, the beauty of who we are and what we do is, as long as you teach them first, I don't care if you buy it. I don't care if you sell it. My only mission this time around with this market, with the number of people coming online, is to make sure you read them the 9 alternatives to foreclosure. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. Let's start. I don't know how I'll edit this. Okay, this is the Home Advocates website. If it's your first time watching your video, this is the great gratuitous plug, as they say. Go to homeadvocates.io, not .com.io, or if that's too difficult, go on Google, type in first word home, second word advocates. We're line 1 of Google. We are the largest home advocacy group in real estate. Don't believe me? Believe Google. I'm bigger than the government organizations right now, and I'm proud of it. So the first thing, because we discussed this, is we know that 5 million people looked at this unbelievable article, which is 14 ways to go get more listings, right? Okay, cool. We're all going to use the fishing analogy where everybody is in the pond up the river. Everybody following me so far? There are multiple ways to get listings. And before I go through this list, understand our particular niche is working with foreclosure people, people who've received a notice. It was disclosed on the first of the year as well through many sources that they have actively started foreclosure on over 1 million people. The articles are starting to come out. I am telling you, there are 2 great sets of articles right now about foreclosures. One is this, right? Foreclosures are up 94%. People are starting. This is for real. Please run. There's fire in the sky, right? This is the NASDAQ. This is NASDAQ.com. This is the real McCoy. This is the site, right? And they're saying, hey, run, there's fire in the sky. Then at the other end of the spectrum, there are people who say completely, there is nothing wrong, and we're at an all-time 1-year low, 23-year low right now. So are we going to believe the Motley Fool, NASDAQ? Are we going to believe Bloomberg when they say we're at a 26-year low? How awesome is that? The only reason real estate agents haven't come down the river to this pond to start doing foreclosures is because they're getting mixed messages. 100%. It is just that simple. Look at this. Okay, no sign of an uptick, Foreclosure falls to the lowest level. Foreclosure inventory at 23-year low. Oh, wait. Foreclosures up 94%. Yeah, this is a mixed message. This is not a congruent message. If all of these were one way, I would understand everybody's argument about foreclosure activity. We know that there's 1 million people who are at least 91 days or greater. These are non-forbearance. These are there's a lot of nons to this. We're talking straightforward, no contact, 91 plus days, 1 million people. There are only 400,000 active transactions, right? Listings. So obviously, let's find out what 5 million people are doing. Trying not to laugh. I thought I would take this seriously. Okay. I'm going to keep checking over to my left and make sure that, I'm not losing my crap. Maybe I put you guys up on the page. I got the chat bar up, so if you guys want to type along, I'm going to try very hard to be serious about this for 5 minutes at the very least. So this article, 5 million views on building agents, and it got rebranded and sent around and retagged. Number one, just pick up the phone. Why didn't I think of this? If you have 120 people in your sphere, wait, let's start right there. If you have 120 people in your sphere of influence already, you don't have a problem getting listings. I took a pause for dramatic pause. By a show of hands, and I don't know if I really want to know this stat with the group that's online. By a show of hands, how many have a sphere greater than 100 with email addresses? I'd like to know. Jane raised her hand. That's good. Jane, Marvin. Well, we're up to 3. We're not even at 10% of the list yet. 4. We're still not at 10% of the list. I mean, I don't want to break it to any of you. I would have dug 20% of you, but you kind of get my point. So is Ione on the call, or is she not? She's not, Terrell. Where is she? I'm about to talk about what if you're a new agent, right? Let's talk about if you're just a new agent or you're just starting over. Life is just completely tragic and crapped a big goose egg sandwich into your lap, which it does quite a bit. Okay. And you're just starting out from zero. All right. Item 1 has been eliminated. If the rest of you, apparently you need to call 10 each month. So over a 12-month period, that's crazy. I would never do that. I would, honestly, if you want to do this and you do have that many phone numbers, I would text them, make it quick. Just send them a little note. Hey, thinking of you. Let me know if you need any help. Calling 10 people? Can you imagine trying to get 10 people on the phone? You know how hard I worked on actually not taking phone calls in life and converting everybody to text, as do many of us in our industry. Number 2, send a monthly news an e-newsletter. Why didn't I think of that? That's exactly the way to do it. Not to do it, actually. Okay, so 5 million people are now feverishly out getting homeowner emails, because this still falls under sphere of influence. You don't just wake up one day with, hey, I would like the entire city of San Diego's email list. It's not really a thing. You have to actually get their email. You actually have to get their permission to email them, depending on the service you use, the layers of permission you have to have. And here's the fun part. One homeowner clicks spam and you lose your entire account with constant contact. All right. Is there an improvement to sending a monthly news e-letter? I'm going to improve it. I think sending a video or a quick little note or a video note. There used to be some of those video note systems. They're still out there. And like real tangible content, not a monthly news. You know how crappy the e-newsletters are? We've done so many videos where I've opened up my email to look at e-newsletters, or, hey, it's November, it's Thanksgiving, it's the time of family and friends. And, oh, by the way, are you trying to sell a house? Like, that's like a real hard change. Hey, it's St. Patrick's Day. Nothing says sell your house like St. Patrick's Day. Those are very much the things that are peddled to the 5 million people that are down the river. I'm hoping if you're watching or listening to this, you would be bomb. Thank you, Fred. I would hope you guys are a little hipper to this e-newsletter thing. Number 3, host get-togethers. Well, we could just skip that thanks to the Rona. 4, send happy anniversary cards. Send happy anniversary cards. This again goes back to Sphere and knowing about your clients. So in the top 4, is there anything that I liked? I like pick up the phone and text. And I do like sending like a bomb or a real piece of content that you've created. And the rest are crap. All right, let's move on. 5, contact FSBOs. Why didn't I think of that? This is the moment where I really want video so you could see me slapping my head like that's the one. Okay, we're in a seller's market. If you're able to talk somebody out of selling their house where all they literally have to do is take a cardboard sign and tack it to their front of their house and say for sale and write the price underneath it. Like, this is, of all the methods, there are a couple on here. The next couple are the ones that all make me the craziest. Contact FSBOs. All right, you get on that. You get on that. You come back with a report. You tell me it's better. I will give you the company. I will literally give you the company if this is a successful way to build your business around in 2022. Contact expired listings. So where are the 5 million going? They're going after more expired listings. They're going after FSBOs. That's all they're being told to do. Tip: if you want new expired listings and FSBOs fed into your computer each day, buy one of these products and have it fed in. That's it. You just need to be first in the soup line. Number 7, connect with withdrawn listings in your MLS. Again, why didn't I think of it? Go back to the well of souls of people who hired Cousin Fred, right? If anybody wants to pop on here from the coaching group and tell me that I've completely lost my mind, that these are very viable ways to get listings, I would love to hear it. In fact, I will tout it. I will read it verbatim. Number 8, make me move. Homeowners on Zillow. Yes, go buy leads from Zillow. Please. The company that was declared stupid for stop flipping properties and manipulating the market. Zillow is real estate. All they're going to do is raise their prices next year. 100% they're going to raise their prices on leads. And they're not even good leads. I mean, most of them are crap, and you got to share them. You got to be first. Oh, there's leads like candy. I can get that service. Sure, you can. Get right on that and let me know how that works out for you too. That just means you haven't bought online leads yet, so you don't know what they're like. Number 9, host an open house happy hour. Well, the Rona took care of that one for you. Number 10, door knocking before the open house. Pick 100 homes. Okay, I am mentally thinking of 100 homes. What next? That surround the listing. All right, I'll use the office here. All right, I've got 100 in my head. And what am I going to do? Before the open house, I'm going to go knock on 100 doors. So how many hours do I need? So if my open house, it's like a math problem. Anybody feel free to chime in on this. If my open house is from 10 until 2 or 10 until 5 or whatever it is, and I need to go knock on 100 doors. Well, we'll push the open house back to 2 p.m. If the open house is at 2 p.m. and I need to knock on 100 doors, and it takes at least an hour to knock on, I don't know, you got to walk at least a mile. How many houses can you fit in a mile? Anybody got the answer? Anybody got the answer to this word problem? I don't think there's enough hours to knock on 100 doors, even if your open house is from 2 to 5, to be perfectly honest. But hey, door knock. They're still pushing. It's 2022. When will the door knocking end? I would even say Rona takes this one out. Number 11, send just sold postcards to 200 to 500 nearby homes. All right, let's talk about the costs on this. Look, I'm not saying this isn't a good strategy. In fact, I like this strategy, but let's talk about the hard cost. 500 printed postcards with the picture of the property. Let's just go with 500 homes, right? Which is a good low number. And anybody feel free to chime in. I know there are mail marketers on the call. 500 postcards pre-printed with the picture enclosed and all that, your information on the back. I'm going to go in relatively inexpensive. 500, you should be able to get a relatively good price for the postcard and sent. You can buy the data of the surrounding home. Okay, I'm going to include that cost and postage, right? For just a postcard one time. Tell me if I'm wrong, and I'll check with Fred Solomon, who will tell me. I'm going to be really nice. $1 a postcard. It's going to cost you $500 for item 11 minimum. And that would be literally the cheapest way of notifying with postcard. Like I'm telling you, I think it would be more. If I had Dougie G or a couple of people that I know that really do mail marketing, I think you're probably higher. I think you're at $1.25 or $1.50 a piece. Okay. Unless you do that. I would agree with that, Jane, but it's $1 a piece. The minimum item 11 is going to cost you is $500. So that's something. So we're through the first 11, and I haven't seen anything that I would consider gold. And even this telling 500 houses in the area, they all knew anyway. There's only like 5 houses for sale in the United States right now. It's big news when any house is available. Number 12, send mailers to your farm every 4 to 6 weeks. Again, why did I think about it? We're back to farming. We're back to talking about farming in cutting edge technology 2022. You need a farm. Really. And then notify them via mailers. Number 13, target yard sales and garage sales. Wow. Wow. Just drive around on a Saturday or Sunday and, go stop at the homes and offer home valuations. You guys want me to make this one? I'll make this one slightly usable. Go on Facebook and join yard sales and backyard sales and create content and like the Red program and put it in the local garage sale forums for an area. Don't even get out of it. Like this is literally the craziest. Not to mention, I think the Rona took care of this one too. I could be wrong. San Diego used to be the hotbed of, that kind of thing. I don't see them as often anymore, but I could be completely wrong. Number 14, home valuation ads on social media. Why didn't I think about it? Just jump straight to Facebook ads. For less than $50, you will receive at least 10 home valuation requests. My God, why aren't we all doing this? 5 million of you just saw this. Why don't I click on this, watch the video, or pay for whatever it is that you want me to do and pay my $50 and I'll get 10 valuation requests. Why didn't we all think of it? Now, there are 5 million people who've read this article and have read this final line. And of these 14 items, 13 of them are either undoable, difficult, or costly, or all of the above. They are clearly steering you into option 14 in this article, which is where they make money, which is funnier part of this whole thing. But this is going to take me to another article. This is going to, right? This is a feeder system into this. I don't disagree with creating content on video, but what agents pay for are things like this. I'm in the mood to sell my home and then have it auto posted everywhere. This posted on social media for Holly, who apparently is a friend of mine. I have 5,000 people. Don't ask. Look at all those hashtags. I mean, I'm sure it's some kind of automated system that she paid for, much like getting Facebook ads. This doesn't produce listings. I don't know where these myths start. I'm going to show you what produces listings. Okay. These produce listings. Okay. Doing real videos for people who engage in real numbers, who do real clicks for calling now. These are real and tangible numbers. If you're not seeing somebody show you their actual numbers in an event of a video of content or anything when it comes to anything online, which is why we're so anal about making the red program the best, it's because they don't do what they say. What they really are here, you can have this posted on your, if you have Facebook, it posts to Instagram. You guys get that, right? Like Facebook and Instagram both go together. Oh, what about TikTok? What about TikTok? Are you making fun videos? I don't get it. It's not a thing for listings. That's not where homeowners are. Your homeowners are above the age of 30, generally, if you looked at your demographics of who's buying houses, right? And with investors, let's tack that up to 40. Why is nobody looking at the demographics on all of this? So why is this being shipped out and being sold? Okay, this is what should be done. You should create content. You should put it online. You should let people know you, engage you, and let you become a home advocate. The other method that, of course, is use the 12-step program. We talked about it on Tuesday. The face-to-face and the tap card method that we also talked about last week. These are all going to get updated on the new hub of the coaching page. And that's it for today. I'm going to take questions with the time that I have left. For the people that are watching this, go to homeadvocates.io/events. While it's up, and I can't tell you whether or not you're watching this video and it's really up, you can join the Red program for $100 a week while I test out and finalize this. We guarantee that you will get a listing. I am literally looking for one person who wants me to just create content and listings for them. They don't have to do anything. You just have to say yes. You'll get tagged in it. But that's only one person. That's just so that I don't do the whole country, because I'm afraid that I'll enjoy it too much. There's something very weird about taking that many listings in. Number two, if you are still on the fence about joining Home Advocates, I'm going to make it very clear about the pricing change. That is done. The Platinum group by itself, to get into it, will be $5,000. The link is already live on the Join Home Advocates page. This is the final price for joining the Platinum group. It is $5,000. Right now, if you're upgrading as a previous student, it's $997. It's $997 if you're upgrading as a previous student. It's $1997 if it's my first time working with you. And that's available, whatever. Take advantage of this information, take action right now. The links will be up and they'll be live until I take them down. I have no promises. I am well over what's been agreed upon by Derek. I'm just building things on the website and I haven't gotten to that page yet. We're bringing back the program starting Monday. We will be offering the new, not the Platinum group. That's what you can join right now. The new group will not have automated leads. The new group will not have an automated call center. It will be basically a couple of marketing approaches, some coaching calls. It's a one-time fee to get in. There is a bit of a battle between $14.97 and $19.97, and that's upgrade or not upgrade, period.